Hey everybody, how's it going? Well, for roughly 3 years I've been on the lookout for a Spiller and Burr revolver, new, and I could not find any. And I kept looking and looking. I've heard other YouTubers say that they pretty much dried up. Well, the other day I was on the site and lo and behold they have them in stock. Not only do they have the Spiller and Burrs in stock, they also have the Smith carbines in stock as well. They too are made by Pietta. So it looks like Pietta made a run of Spiller and Burrs and Smith carbines. So if you're wanting a Smith carbine or a Spiller and Burr, you might as well head over there and get one while the getting's good. When I took it out of the box for the first time, this thing was covered in oil. So I completely cleaned it, took it apart and cleaned it. I had a heck of a time getting that cylinder back in. I mean, it gave me fits. As you can see, I kind of marred the cylinder right there, the bluing, trying to get it back in. I also replaced the cones with the Slicks shot cones, and I had to file just a hair off the hand in order to get that cylinder back in there. I mean, it was giving me fits, but I think we're good. I'd say we're good. So, alright, well, she's ready to be shot. So we'll take her outside and put some rounds through her. Like the Remington, this has the safety notch. So the hammer is resting between two chambers on that safety notch. So I've got all 6 loaded. Alright, first shots out of the Spiller and Burr. I'm roughly at 18 yards distance from the target. So here we go, and whoop, wait a minute. Wrong hat. Today worse the sesh. That probably struck a nerve with some people, but oh well. Here we go. We got a cap jam. Cap jam. Maybe I ought to put the factory nipples back in. And the wind picks up, of course. Ah, Kansas wind. And that should be it. Alright, let's see how I did. I probably pulled to the right, as usual. 1, 2, 3. We got one down here, 4. And the others are probably over here. I was aiming right there. I shot high and to the right. Alright, I'm going to try to redeem myself. I moved into the horse shed to get out of the wind. I'm roughly, I'd say about 15 to 16 yards from the target. It's still hitting high from point of aim. So let's see what 15 grains does. It's probably more like 14 grains. Now let's see if I can hit the dang target. That should be it. My grouping's a lot better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I was still aiming down here. But I did better my grouping. Still pretty high and to the right. Well, there you have it. First shots out of the reproduction of Spiller and Burr from Pietta. I did have one cap jam. It was easily cleared. After that, no cap jams whatsoever. I am sold on the slick shot nipples. Usually that's the first thing I do whenever I purchase a new cap and ball revolver. I'll swap the factory nipples out with the slick shots. So my overall impressions of this revolver, it does shoot well, it does shoot quite a bit high and a little to the right. I know I have a tendency to pull to the right, but this is shooting further right than what I normally tend to pull. So I do believe it's shooting a little to the right as well as high. If I was a Confederate soldier and I was issued the Spiller and Burr revolver, I would use it to try to get a better revolver. It's not my favorite cap and ball revolver, that's for sure. It is fun to shoot. It's a reproduction piece of history. And for those that aren't familiar with the Spiller and Burr, it's basically a Confederate copy of the Whitney revolver. The Whitney had a steel frame. The Spiller and Burr, they had to use brass due to lack of resources. And I believe the original Spiller and Burr cylinders were made out of twisted iron instead of steel.